To Inspired Stretch with Dr. Gold. We are going to be stretching our achy body. I just want to do a little public service announcement about COVID. So I actually had a discussion with my sister yesterday, and she is all about got to watch the news regularly, and make sure we're taking care. The numbers are rising. We have to be vigilant. First of all, I don't want anybody to die from COVID, and my heart goes out to all those who have, and just the families and people who are suffering with this. Please know that my heart is with you, because this is let's take a breath for that and place our hands on our heart. So pray for those that are sick for a speedy recovery. But we also want to look at the numbers and stuff. I highly recommend for my patients, especially if they're watching the news and they're getting freaked out, to take a break from the news. I never tell people you can't watch the news, but if it's making your immune system it's helping you feel better, by all means do it. But if it's actually making you scared or fearful, it's okay to take a break too. And we know the news, a lot of times it's sensationalized. They're going to tell you the crazy cases and some of these numbers there, we have to pay attention, of course, but let's look at what the CDC and Johns Hopkins is actually saying. So I just got on there recently, and the actual numbers with fatality, I'm going to say it so I don't say it incorrectly. And this is the numbers that I've been getting. Let's see. Okay, so this is according to Johns Hopkins University, just a recent update. They said updated daily. The case fatality rate in the U.S. was 2.8% as of Thursday. That compares with the CDC's 0.65% estimated infection fatality rate, which includes confirmed cases plus an estimate of those who may not even know they've been exposed. So basically, the numbers can be diluted because if people have no symptoms, they don't know they have it, they're not getting tested. So they're estimating how many of those people. So it's like 1 in 100 versus 1 in 1,000. That's where that 0.65% in estimated infection fatality rate comes from. And they said the case fatality rate in the U.S. is much higher than in South Korea, Taiwan, and Iceland, where it's been below 2%. So, but lower than in some other hard-hit countries. And again, my heart goes out to all those places, people that are suffering with this. For me, big picture is use a common sense approach. They do say, this is according to the CDC, wear a mask in places that you cannot social distance. Again, wear a mask where you cannot social distance. And I know some places have taken this to mean wear a mask and social distance. Well, my big thing, if you are 100 feet away from somebody, so say you're outside, because I have seen some people wearing a mask, there is nobody around you. Now, again, you can have it nearby. If somebody comes by, you put your mask on. But if it's hot, you're overheated here, especially here in Florida. We've had patients or people I know wearing masks in their vehicles now, and nobody's in their car with them. It's okay to use that common sense. We don't want you passing out or having problems from getting overheated. So use that approach. Remember the CDC, but if you're in a place they're more cautious and they're telling you to wear a mask and social distance, that's okay. But just again, it's good to understand where that's coming from and what the CDC guidelines actually state. Big picture too is asking, am I getting myself freaked out or not? Is that helping my health? And for me, big picture, breathe and do some yoga and lots of laughter. When I do that, I feel so much better. So I've been educating myself with the medical journals. I personally am not watching the news because it just doesn't help me. It makes me get more confused because we hear more and more numbers going up, but we're still not hearing as much on the death rates. And we need to put it also in perspective. Do you know what's the average of actually getting in your car and dying, God forbid, in a car accident? What's that rate? When I looked it up, according to the National Safety Council or in a New York Times article, it was 1 in 103. So that's approximately 1%. As you can see, that is similar to what we're seeing with COVID. Yeah, I'm not telling you not to get in your vehicles. We have to get to places. But it's okay to realize dying from heart disease, 1 in 6. Dying from cancer, 1 in 7. So these rates, what we need to do is keep our immune systems up, be healthy, do our best to relax. I know the holidays are coming up too. It's turkey time. But we need to be happy too and bringing in that joy. My book just came out, so I'm excited. If you are interested in finding tangible ways to get healthy, it does give you a step-by-step approach. It's on Amazon now. It's called 7 Habits of Extremely Happy People. Woohoo! It has a little smiley face on the front. But really, really important. And this wasn't just for a plug-in, but it was for my book. But I want you to feel good. And I know it takes time, practice, but when we have stiff bodies, when we wake up and we're like, or wake up with an alarm clock, think of some happy music, things you can wake up that will bring you joy. So I want you to think of something that really brings happiness, peace into your heart. Take another nice deep breath in, inhale, exhale out. Oh, let's do that again. Deep breath in, inhale, and exhale out. Good. Let's roll the shoulders. And remember, when we're moving our bodies, any type of movement that you can do will help release and loosen up that body. As the body becomes more flexible, so can the mind. And as we smile, it sends a signal to the brain that we're feeling better. So let me see your pearly whites. Show me those pearly whites. And we are going to be jumping up a little bit, jumping. Remember, if you can't jump, you can bounce. Bouncing is really good for that body. And as you bounce, it boosts those immune systems. So what's happening is those lymphatics are getting charged up, the antibodies. There's fluid that moves through that contain antibodies. They fight infection. We want them to be working well. When you're stagnant, when you don't move, if you just sit in front of the TV and this is your exercise all day, very not good. It's not good for the psyche. Remember, isolation. What is isolation? It's a form of torture. And we know with the ramifications of the lockdown, what's happening to our bodies. Yeah, the rates of suicide have gone up. We also know depression, anxiety have risen. So that's why, again, I'm asking people to take a healthy approach to what makes you feel good. Usually getting outside, getting some fresh air, gazing up, looking up and smiling, and also moving the body. So if you're sitting down right now, if you're able to get up, get up, get up. And if you can jump a little bit with me, go ahead and jump. Yes, I have too much energy, I know. It's early in the morning and I'm wide awake. I actually woke up at 5 a.m. to work out. So it feels so good. Not when I got up, honestly. When I first woke up, I was like, oh, it's too early. But once I get moving, I feel so much better and no regrets. I've never regretted a workout. Never regretted smiling or being happy. And again, I'm choosing to do this. Believe me, I'm suffering like a lot of you. I feel it too, that energy pouring out. My sister told me yesterday she needed to take a mommy day. I can't even imagine what she's going through. She's in LA right now, 2 young ones, just a beautiful person. And it's hard. I'm not even saying this, it's not easy. And if you're older, if you feel that you can't see your grandchildren, I can't, again, imagine. I just know how much I'm missing my family. And my grandmother recently passed. We weren't able to go to the funeral. But I don't want to let that heaviness or weight get me down because I know it's not going to be good for my immune system. It's not going to strengthen it. That doesn't mean I don't have moments. And of course, we're human. We're going to feel things. But to live there is where the problems lie. Same with eating junk food. I was talking to my trainer and we went to a party this weekend and they had this amazing cakes and stuff. I was like, is it okay, Vic, if I have a piece of cake or do? He's like, it's okay to have it once in a while. It's just you can't do it every day. The same with stress. If you live in stress every single day or for long periods of time, it's going to depress that immune system. And we're actually countering the one thing we want to do is keep healthy, be healthy to fight COVID, to survive COVID. And just a cool fact too, and I did this little research that I was excited. You know me on seniors, I'm always happy. Centenarians have actually been surviving this quite a bit. Not all, but a lot of them. And they actually did a whole study on this. This is a geneticist that looked at Maria Brañas, 113 years old, believed to be the oldest woman in Spain, had only mild symptoms of COVID-19. And then in New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy praised Sylvia Godshall for beating the novel coronavirus at the age of 108. Connie Titchen, 106, received a round of applause when she was wheeled out of Birmingham City Hospital. Hey, shake the body while we're doing this. Keep moving. So the big thing, live to 100. You'll be fine, right? And keep smiling and laughing. But what she said is this geneticist was studying, Dr. Stotts, is looking at the blood samples, whether it's in our genes. But she goes, when people ask me why these people are surviving, I usually answer that it's probably precisely because they are centenarians. They're living long because they're resilient. Their body is strong. They've been through a lot. And remember, when your body gets exposed to things, it can fight that infection. So it's really important. We want to have strong, healthy immune systems. We know an upbeat attitude does matter. A lot of those powerlifters that I told you I worked with, 85, now they're 80 plus. They just had a competition. Woo-hoo! So proud of them. And they kicked butt. They keep working out. They keep strengthening their bodies. It pays off. And not only that, they don't give up here too. Their mindset is strong as well. And that does matter. I've met some seniors who say, my age, I can't do that. And that's actually quite the opposite. Yes, you can. There's no reason in your own body that you can't move something. You can't move everything. You might have a little injury or a little achiness. If you're suffering with some arthritis, you can still move. But the actual movement, even from the arthritis foundation, when you move your body, even if it hurts, you're actually not going to damage things. You're actually going to improve because you're improving that flow. The lymphatic fluid, think of the joint fluid in there. It needs to move, or if there's less of it, we need to move what we do have. But increasing blood flow to those extremities, to the arms, the joints, it'll actually help you feel better. So we know that movement, that stretch that we're going to do, that big smile, because it releases endorphins, are natural painkillers as well. So the combination of all this can help you just feel vital, feel on top of the world, live that optimal life. So mindset matters. Let's release that back here, just a little cat-cow. Woo! And we're going to do the wave. Don't forget the wave. So we're going to widen our stance just a little bit, and I want you to wave to everybody. Woohoo! Hello, darling. Hello. Let's do the wave. Shake those hips. Again, do the wave. Woo! Say woo! Wee! Yes. And I want you to say with me with both hands coming up and over. Say, yes, I can. Okay, repeat after me. Yes, I can. I can't hear you. Say it louder. Yes, I can. Again, yes, I can. And what we're going to say yes, I can do is have a strong body, be powerful, be happy, and be healthy. Say it loud. Be healthy. Let's do that again. Yes, I can. Be happy, be healthy, and have a strong body. I know I'm being silly right now. It's fun. It's fun. Go with it. Go with it. Have some fun with it. It's important. Okay, let's do we're going to just leave those arms side to side. Feel a nice stretch in that mid-back. Releasing. Good. And we're going to work those hips. So I just want you to circle those hips around. Really, really important to circle and release those hips. Remember, those hips can get a little cranky, in my back, especially when I'm sitting. So I have actually changed platforms. So I'm not sitting as much. I stand now at my standing desk, but I also have a ball that I sit on. So it's so great when I'm doing my computer work. I sit on the ball, get on the ball. And the nice part with the ball is you can rock your hips. And I have a ball. I'm going to just show it to you right now. You don't have a ball, just continue to rock those hips. But the nice thing with the ball is you can rock. So you're still getting your work done. Remember to set up ergonomically, so elbows in line with your wrists, eyes right at the monitor is eye level. Relaxing and shifting those hips makes a huge difference. And you can play, bouncing again, boosting that immune system. Remember the bounce, that's why kids do it and they're healthy. For the most part, most kids, if they do get sick, they are resilient. Nice thing with COVID, it doesn't affect kids the way it affects a lot of older people. And again, you may say, if I'm older, am I doomed? Absolutely not. As you saw with those centenarians, a lot of people who are older and healthy tend to do better. And the one thing I'm starting to look at, I've called Tampa General, not gotten a call back, but I'm still hopeful to do a study on healthy seniors who died of COVID. And if you know of any, please let me know. I did ask my sister Tammy a little while back. She works in a busy ER, thousands of cases, she said, with COVID, but she's seen no healthy seniors, no comorbid conditions, no medicines, healthy seniors. And yes, they do exist. I know many Americans are on medicines, but there are people that aren't. And I've actually met many of them. I've had some 90-year-olds, no medications, and they're doing great. It's interesting that more medicines that I see patients are on, the sicker they are. But the ones that are on virtually none, or they're on some supplements, they seem to do really well, especially when they're also working out. They're doing things to keep their mind sharp. So really important. I know we need to be creative now with social isolation, but the people that I know, they're still getting out, talking to folks, even if it's from a social distance, but still interacting in a healthy way. And that's really important. We don't want to limit our lives. Remember, we only have one life to live. And my big message is to live it. Live your life to the best of your ability, not to give into fear mongering, not to give into the fear. We know that generally speaking is not good for our immune system. It actually can weaken it, lower that. It can raise cortisol, lower our immunity, and make us more prone to illness when we stress out. And when I say stress, we let stress overwhelm us. Stress is actually a good thing if we see it in a positive light, but when we're feeling overwhelmed or consumed by it, that's not healthy. You just rotate those wrists. Good. And we're going to bounce again. So we're going to do a little skiers. Remember, you can do this just bouncing like I'm doing right now. If you're doing this in a chair, you can just lift up one knee and then the other. But if you're able to, I want you to just gently, I'm going to show you my feet here so you can see all the way down. But we're going to literally do skiers. So, and there is actually, if you're in Tampa, if you can believe it's in Wesley Chapel. They're working on having a tubing area with snow. It's coming to the Tampa area. Woohoo! So yes, we are gonna see some snow in the Florida area. Cool. Maybe there'll be a ski slope here. You never know, like Dubai. Okay, so now we're gonna do some balancing. So really important for reducing our risk for falls, because that's actually another increased rate for death, God forbid, in people as they get older, is falling. And we know sometimes you can fall from slippery surface, but some people just fall because their muscles are weak. So doing this will help strengthen you, just even the bounce or the movement, but also balancing poses help you. So if the surface is uneven, you're less likely to hurt yourself, and you're also working those muscles to get them stronger. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with tree pose or Vikkshasana. You can do a modified tree if you need to hold on, or you can actually sit down if you need to do this as well. So if you're sitting there, you're just crossing that foot over the knee. That's a figure 4. If you're able to bring that foot in the inner thigh. Now it's above my kneecap, not on it, or you can have your foot at your ankle if you need that. So nice and tall here. Go taller, nice and strong. If you're able to bring your thumbs to your chest, or you can actually splay out those arms. I like to do it this way. Do what you can do. Modify if you need to. If this is pretty easy, you can extend that leg out and then bring it behind you. I'm going to show you from a side view. We're going to warrior 3 here, Vikkshasana, Virabhadrasana 3. So extending those arms, just like a Superman, just fly. Feels so good to fly. There we go. Big smile here. Good. Palms up or open. Good. It opens up that chest. Notice my hips. I'm trying not to just lift that hip too high. Try to keep it level with the other hip. Good. Gazing forward. Bring that knee in. Cross it over and sit back. This is a great stretch for opening the inner thigh now. We call it the butt stretch. I like it. Releasing that butt down. Weight is in my heels and ball of foot. Takes pressure off the knee. Now I'm going to go to the other side. Shake, shake, shake your body. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would love to know how you're feeling today. How you're getting ready. How's it? It's turkey time coming up, those holidays. How are you getting ready for the holiday? Okay, we're going to go to the other side here. Tree pose on the other. So we are going to bring that foot into the inner thigh, hands together to heart. Good, breathe. Good, gaze up. And I want you to think of what you're grateful for this holiday season. I'm very grateful for my family. I have a wonderful, loving family. My husband who stood by my side through everything. The publishers, thankfully, we got the book done. And Chris and Madeline, just wonderful people in my life. My friends, people that I work with at Holistic Relief and All Medical. I'm going to be at CareATC this week for the holidays. Let's go to Vikkshasana 3. My coaches, my trainers, the Power Gals, so many people in this world. Thank God. And Paula, Bill, Bonnie, Janet. Oh, come back up. Let's cross one more time. Good. Sit nice and tall. Nice thing with this balance pose, you can do this when you're brushing your teeth. You just lift up one leg and you can get an exercise in there and balance. So good for the body. So now we're going to tame that turkey neck in time for Thanksgiving. So if you have some loose skin in that neck, remember you can tone it up. This is called the latissimus muscle. We're going to strengthen it. It does help with balance. Also helps you to be more upright. With that loose skin, sometimes you can pull that neck forward. We know this head weighs about 10 pounds. It can put a lot of strain on the neck, leading to headaches. So we want to start toning so you feel better. So what we're going to do first is pulse. So bring that chin towards the back of the head. So you reach back. And then from here, we're going to pulse the bottom lip up. So feel the bottom teeth reaching towards the top teeth. Pulse it up. We're not bringing it over the top lip yet. So just pulse it up. Good. Imagine doing this in your car. Be safe, of course. One of my yoga students was doing this while she was driving. She stopped at a red light. One gentleman just kind of stared at her. She's like, yep, I'm going to have a beautiful neck. Okay, so now we're going to bring that bottom lip over your top lip. And then rotate the chin side to side. See if you could smile. You could say, hello, hello, darling. How are you doing today? Almost looks like a ventriloquist. Just gently side to side. Good circle and circle. You should feel the muscles engaged. See if it feels taut here. Good. And shake it out. Ow. Moving that jaw around. Gently massage those cheeks. Underneath those eyes. Oh, eyebrows. And let's massage your neck. Hey, we have a special guest in our midst today. Woohoo!
Sorry I'm late. I've got some work to do.
That's okay. You're here. That's the most important.
Gotta rep my Buckeyes. Tough game this weekend, but they won.
My God.
Didn't look pretty, but they won.
Biting his nails.
I wasn't biting my nails. I was stressed.
Okay.
I was pacing back and
now,
forth.
We
and
just talked about stress.
I know. This is a different kind of stress.
What does stress do to your body if it's not in a positive light? If it's like
it inhibits your immune system.
So really good to.
But this stress only lasted for a short period of time.
Yeah, and that's why this class is great. It's a way to de-stress.
So I'm just looking for the Shavasana.
Oh yeah, we are heading for Shavasana.
I'm here for Shavasana. I'm here for one reason and one reason only.
He has one reason. It's Shavasana. He's here for Shavasana time. You know, like when you go to the bar, you're like, "Where's the party?" There's a party going on right here. It's a celebration to last throughout the year. Yeah, no, be quiet. All right, so we are going to be coming down to Shavasana. Let's just kind of finish massaging our neck and our shoulders. Oh, it feels so good. And I just want you to massage out your low back. So I'm just using my thumbs. You can also get a nice stretch in those wrists. So as I'm doing this, I'm literally using my thumbs to massage my back, but I'm spreading my fingers and then hug those elbows back a little bit, open up the shoulders. And I'm literally just having my fingers run up and down the side of my low back. Do you feel that stretch? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How does it feel? Good. Okay, good. All right, good. And just rock those hips. Okay, so we're going to shake those wrists for another moment. Just rotate one hand back and then the other. Oh, I know. Gentle, gentle. Don't force it. I know. It's so important to move those wrists every day. We use them.
My wrist is my hand. That's hurting
your hand.
Bit, so.
I know. Those achy hands. And again, remember, arthritis can affect different joints. A lot of times it can affect those hands. So moving those hands around regularly, just playing the piano, even if you don't really play, but just simulating that movement feels really good in those wrists, and then rotating them around. Good. And just kind of interlace and just pull one and then the other. So it'll stretch out the wrists as well in the forearm. Just kind of circle as you pull. Oh, it feels good. Good. And if you need to massage that forearm a little bit, yeah. I just kind of hold it right on the side and just rock side to side. You may feel like a little knot there. It's that tendon it kind of gets a little tightened up. Ooh, and then on the other side. I know. Okay, so we're coming down. Yay! Shavasana time. So if you're not familiar with Shavasana, it's complete relaxation. One of the hardest poses actually because we have a monkey mind. So if your mind tends to wander, remember we're going to have focus. So think of a laser beam, how much you get adjusted or done compared to scattered light. Scattered light can go everywhere. When you have a focus beam, think of what you can actually do. They've done procedures with that. Get a lot more done when we're completely focused. And that's what we're going to practice right now. So quiet down the music. It is a practice, so we don't expect you to master it all at once. I've been doing yoga for many years, and I still feel like I'm still a beginner in the sense of learning this because
I'm an expert at this.
So think of a radio. If your mind is blasting right now, many different things, or just having a lot of stress. First of all, keep it simple. Life does not need to be complicated. So if you're planning your Thanksgiving meal or the dinner and it's for a few people or whatever your plans are, it's okay to cater if you need to. I know Abby's is having some healthier, turkey that are hormone free, and there's a lot of healthy options for vegetables and healthifying. Tanya word, Dr. Gold's word, healthifying meals. So the nice part, even with pumpkin pie, we just took out the majority of the sugar. And some people say, "Oh, it doesn't taste that good."
Check out our videos.
We have a video. It was delicious. And nice thing is you could substitute with some dates or some real, not artificial sweeteners, but real sweeteners.
Or you just put a little extra spices. We ended up putting a little extra seasoning in it.
That's good. You don't really need the sugar.
Because we added very little sugar outside of what the pumpkin naturally has and outside of the pie crust. There may be an extra per slice, maybe a half a gram or quarter gram of sugar per slice.
Yeah.
Outside of what was already in the pumpkin and the pie crust.
Yeah, it was great.
And it tasted really good. People loved it. We gave away 4 of them and people loved them.
And it's simple. The nice thing also is with even the cream, he made a heavy cream organic, no sugar in that too, and it was delicious. Remember, your taste buds change. If you have less and less sugar, it doesn't get accustomed to that sugar as much. And there is a supplement called Gymna, Gymena, and that's a supplement that actually stops the sweetness of the taste buds. So if you really are working to curb your cravings for sugar, there are ways that can help you. That way the sugar doesn't taste as good.
Okay, let's get on with Shavasana.
All right.
I'm ready for Shavasana.
All right, so this is that time to take a nice deep breath in. Soften the sounds. Lower them. Noises in your head or around you, quiet them down. Soften your eyes, relax your jaw. Soften those fingertips and toes. Come to a comfortable position for you. You can be lying down, or if you'd like to remain seated or in another position of choice. Breathe. So practice that ujjayi breath, which means unity or yoke. It's uniting the mind with the body using the breath. If thoughts pop into your head, remember you can let them float away like clouds in the sky. I also like these words: inhale, I smile. Exhale, I release. Inhale, I smile. Exhale, I release. Inhale, smile. Exhale, release. Oh, feels so good. And your next breath, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to awaken the senses, open your eyes, stretch out the body as if you're waking up for the first time. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice long ah. Deep breath in again and a long ah. So remember, most people will be fine. Illness, our bodies are resilient and strong if we let them be. We can pay attention every moment of every day to what we're eating. It does matter. It doesn't mean we can't cheat once in a while. However, remember your own body. If you're diabetic, uncontrolled, we have less reserve. You got to be stringent in a good way, even on Thanksgiving. If you're healthy and you say, hey, I'd maybe do this once or twice or a few times a year, it's usually fine. If you're doing it on a regular basis, unfortunately, that body, it can accumulate. Remember toxins. We have about 4,000 different chemicals in the world, and we can get exposed to hundreds of them every day. So really, really important to do our best to eat clean foods, clean water, to have clean thoughts, to laugh a lot. It does make a difference. Smiling, have good people in your life who care about you, to surround yourself with good intentions, your purpose, to live your purpose. And don't live your life by other people's rules. Live your life by what's important to you, what you need to do to get your health, your body. Sometimes we're surrounded by people who want the best, but they don't want to lose you. And if they're overweight and they're not exercising, they may, oh, it's only one piece of cake. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately, that one piece of cake can lead to two, or it can lead to other habits. That one cigarette can lead to you going back to smoking, and not worth it. So be good to yourself. And I believe in you, believe in yourself. So let's slowly awaken. You gonna stay here? He's staying down. That's okay. And you could always use this as an evening time to get ready for bed too. That works as well. But if you're waking up, go ahead and wake up that body. Thank yourself for being here today. You did an amazing job. Woohoo! Woohoo! We are going to be here this week. I'm probably going to do early, maybe around 8 or 9. I might sleep in on Thanksgiving. I do want to do a special Thanksgiving yoga class for you. And I'm just indebted in a good way. I want to thank you for joining me. It means so much to me. That means the world, actually, because for me, this has actually helped me get through COVID, having you around and just an audience of people to share my love of stretching and movement and happiness with the world. So, sending out lots of love. It's Dr. Gold, or Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute.
Toodles.
Toodles, and thank you for joining me for Inspired Stretch, stretching that achy body. Have a beautiful day. Take care now. Namaste. That means the light in me honors the light in all of you.